I've been going for a pretty long time, y'all. And in that short time period, I found out a lot of things. Can I just vent to y'all and tell y'all what I found out? This shit changed everything for me. So I found out that I had, hear me out. I found out that I had autism, and my baby did too. That shit dope though. It really is. It changed my perspective on how I look at, the autistic community and things like that. And y'all, I was going through so much before I got to this point, and it was just like, I thank God for like giving me a different vision, cause like before I wasn't really looking at things like how I look at them now. Like, for example, I'm sorry, y'all. Instead of looking at things like, oh, why is this happening to me? Because starting February 23rd, I'm just joking. I left my house. I left Jersey, My household wasn't necessarily like the most untoxic, and we're gonna talk about that, y'all. We're gonna talk about like generational curses and how they can affect you, how your family can affect you and things like that, and just so much. And honestly, but when I talk all over the place, so it don't even matter if I'll have like a sketch pad or not. Like, I just talk, and I hope you guys accept me, you feel me? Because like, honestly, for a long time, that's what I was like not doing my videos for, because it was just like, what if they don't like who the real Dominic who is? Like, what if they don't like that? I guess I gotta get out of that, because you feel me? Like, I want to tell y'all the real story, but like, I feel like I'm gonna hurt feelings. Should I tell y'all the real story, or should I tell y'all the real story? I'm gonna tell y'all the real story. Alright, so part 1. Anywho, so it all started like, when I got pregnant or recently. So my mom necessarily didn't want to see, me obviously be like a teen mom. I'm sorry, y'all. My freaking, I got congestion going on, so I'm sorry. But like, she didn't want to see me being a teen mom. So basically, she was upset with me, and she didn't really like my fiance because of the fact that he made me a teen mom. So she would do little things and stuff like that, and I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to bash her, cause like, I don't know, I really love her and things like that, but like, I just didn't like how the situation went down. Now, mind you, in the beginning of my pregnancy, we did have an acknowledgement, and she did tell me like, I can't really have anybody extra living in my house. So I was just like, that's cool, that's fine, whatever kiss me be. And I'm not really thinking like she was serious, because I told her, I'm like, I'm not breaking up my family, like I'd rather be homeless. So hear me out, and before y'all go typing, yes, I did, because honestly, like, if y'all know the background on, the type of things that would, I hate when you get quiet, because like, then I don't be wanting to talk, because it's like, the attention's on me, for me. It's not really, it's just me in my head. But what was I saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I just like I smoked like 20 minutes before, so I hate doing videos when I be high, because I'm really trying though. Like, I haven't like, okay, so can I tell y'all, like, I'm gonna tell y'all the story, but like, I need to tell y'all. So can I tell y'all like why I haven't been posting? I haven't been posting because it's like, I don't know, like, I don't be having the spirit to, if that makes sense. And I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to give y'all, good vibes when I come here. So basically, my mom didn't like him, and she would make her point of that like very clear and stuff. And it would hurt my feelings because it was just like, bro, like, he's doing so much for you and things like that. Why do you treat him like that? And this is when I first got pregnant. Like, she would always just say certain things. Like, the beginning of my pregnancy, she made that really hard for me because, I don't know, like, we would always, like, argue. We would always, like, just go back and forth. And it wasn't a really good environment for me to be in. So one day she was just like, nah, like, I'm not even going to keep arguing with you because I don't want nothing to happen to the baby. And I just wanted to leave because that was the most darkest time period. I want to say my pregnancy. Like, I didn't like it. Then on top of that, like, you know, I was just like having a lot of issues. And at that time, I don't feel like I really loved myself to the extent of really truly loving myself because I didn't have that example, you know. And on top of that, like, as a child, I feel like you're gonna always mimic what you see. So if you see your parents settling for whatever, I don't want to say it like that, but like, if you see them settling for certain things, when you get older, you're gonna think, okay, this is okay, so you do it. And that's kind of what I did. And honestly, I want to say, like, he's become like way better. Like, I feel like at first, you know, my fiance, things weren't like the best, but we came a long way. And I did, you know, I did contribute to that because at the end of the day, like, we was young as hell. And I'm learning, like, not everybody gonna have their stuff together. I sure didn't, like, you know. That's why, like, I feel like I'm so patient with him because I know I came with a lot of stuff too. Like, can you imagine, like, dating your girlfriend and then, like, who's now your fiance and they tell you, like, oh yeah, I think I'm autistic. Our son might be too. And then it's just like, can you imagine? I can't imagine. But it happened. And so then on the 23rd, before that, like, I want to say like a week before that, I was telling him, I'm like, yo, something don't feel right. Like, you know, we gotta go. Like, cause it was events leading up to that. Like, so I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm not proud about this, but like, when me and him argue, like, we don't just argue. Like, we argue. And it's just like, I understand where he be coming from, and he understands where I be coming from, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like because of just this year in general, and not even just this year, but last year too, me always feeling like, you know, I had to protect myself because nobody, when I say nobody, it felt like nobody was doing it, like not even my parents, because it was just like, ever since I was young, like, this shit is serious. Like, ever since I was young, I want to say about, ever since I was like 6 years old, you know, my cousin, you know, he, you know, I don't want to use the word, but y'all know where I'm getting at. And my whole family knew, and they didn't do anything. And that exists. That definitely does exist. Or they think you're lying when you tell them about certain things. Like, that exists. And I want to talk about and bring so much awareness. I haven't really been feeling like myself. So on some days, if I do come to y'all with a podcast, like, y'all just know, like, please, like, bear with me. Because, like, I'm trying. I don't know. Like, I feel like this year will definitely be the year that I change completely. Because throughout this whole journey, like, I lost friends. That shit affected me. It hurt me, but I couldn't say that. Well, I felt like I couldn't say that. I feel like sometimes, like, when you have, like, the heart that you do, it sometimes be the reason why you don't get where you want to be. Because, like, you're so busy trying to take everybody else with you. Like, until this year, I realized, like, every friend you make is not going to be the forever friend. I feel like I should thank Bratz for setting me up because I was a huge Bratz doll fan when I was younger, and I would always like, love the brats, and it would be like, BFF. So I'm thinking best friends forever. Like that's how I do. Like I don't know. Like if you say you're my friend on the first day, I am treating you like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes like if I'm hurt or something, like I definitely do act on that. So like yeah, like that's the only thing. That's my only toxic trait. I'll be honest. Um, I don't know. Like this year, I feel like this is the year of falling back in love with myself. For so long, I didn't love myself, and I'm realizing that, and that's why I would pick the guys that I would pick. That's why I would pick the friends that I would pick, and I would always be wondering like, why is this happening to me? Like for example, I told y'all like recently I became homeless because like my environment was like not just the relationship, but like the household was bad too. And I feel like once we got out of the household, we started doing a lot better. Like, because it was just a lot of like, believe it or not, like typical um, narcissistic things that go on in like, black households and things like that. So it was a lot of my parents trying to turn us against each other when they know like that's not gonna be how it's gonna be. Like how you finna like turn me against what it is that I built to create? Like when I started with this person, we were long distance. Like not all the time do those type of relationships even survive the first 3 months. Like we've been like what? I wanna say 3 years. And during this journey, like I know it's like, oh my god, like this shit happened. Yes, it happened, but at the same time, I learned so much, like about myself, about my family, about my partner, like a fiance. He learned so much about himself. Then on top of that, I taught him so much. I kind of feel like we're like what do you call that? Like karmics, like what, twin flames? I don't remember what it's called, but like yeah. Then on top of that, I became very freaking spiritual. Like y'all, I don't know what happened, but like one day I was just like, no, I'm definitely gonna do the spiritual journey because like why not? But yeah, like so I want to do makeup like full time, so like I'm gonna definitely get into it like and start practicing more because I feel like I'd be playing with myself. Like I really could do this. Why am I like not? Another thing that I really wanted to talk about, like that really like kept me from really prospering. I want to say in this year, last year, the year before last, within the last 3 years. Let's just say that. Um, I don't really want to say that in this one. I'll do a part two. So, y'all, hi, like, give me a break. Like, I don't forgot. But listen, so, anyways, did I tell y'all that I found out that I'm autistic? Did we skip that part? Like, bitch, let me tell you how I found out. Anywho, I found out because one day I was on TikTok, right? And I'm scrolling. I'm just like, okay. So then it said hashtag black, hashtag actually autistic. And then it said for you. It said for you. I said what? No. Then when I think about it, I would always like, because like I said, I'm not bashing my parent, but my whole life my parents was always talked about. It was always brought up. It was always a thing that was important. Like if my hair wasn't fixed a certain way, I'll be critiqued on that. If my clothes weren't ironed a certain way, I'll be critiqued on that. It wasn't until I finally got into this relationship where I started finding myself, realizing who I was and what I wanted, and that I did have my voice to speak. So yeah. And then what was I saying? Oh yeah, how I found out that I was autistic. Okay. So basically I was on TikTok and I was scrolling, what I just explained. And then I see this black girl and she looks normal, this, that, and the third. And I know, I caught it. I just heard it. You feel me? The thing that really pissed me off was I do this all the time. Like, I'm like, I didn't even realize that I was because, like, I look normal. Like, I look like a regular person. My sinus is messed up if y'all didn't catch that in the earlier part of the video. I'm like, hold on, like, this makes sense. Like, my whole life I kept trying to find a diagnosis. What's wrong with me? What's going on? Like, why do I feel like I'm different from other people? I don't feel like I fit in. Then I started looking at the spectrum. And when I looked at the spectrum, I realized that I fell somewhere on that fucking spectrum. And I was like, oh my god, like, but like, and then like I was just like, but me? And then like that's when I started calling up doctors and stuff like that. And then once I started talking to them, like just doing little consultations, they were like, yeah, like I don't even need to test you, like at this point, yeah. Like they were just like listening to me talk, and I was rambling, and like I couldn't keep on top. I couldn't stay on topic for anything. Then on top of that, like I cannot keep eye contact with people. Like, I don't know why, but like I can't. Like then on top of that, like I'll stare without even realizing it. I'll fidget sometimes, like, and I used to think like, is that a tick? Like, what's going on? Like, but now I'm realizing like that was just staring. Like you know how sometimes like when you like rub your hands on your pants, like just to get that feeling, like that sensation, like that's stimming. I didn't even know that. Like the fact that I couldn't keep my anger like under control, like at no time I couldn't let things go. Oh my god, I couldn't let things go to save my life. Like I couldn't. I was autistic. I didn't even realize it. But y'all, I made a lot of decisions, and I feel like this is gonna be the year that, like I said, like I'm getting that plaque. You feel me? Like, so I keep saying to myself, like, I'm gonna do this on a special occasion. I'm realizing that if I don't do it now, that special occasion may not ever come. So my message to y'all, if y'all have something on your heart that y'all really, really, really want to do, I don't care what it is, do it today. Don't wait until tomorrow because it may be a better day or a nicer day. Don't wait until Thursday. I know sometimes like your energy may not be there. And you're like, oh, I want to wait because like today I'm just not feeling it. What happens if you're not feeling it tomorrow? I realized that the last video that I posted was what? It was like 3 weeks ago. Y'all, I gotta get more into that story and telling y'all what happened. I just feel like I'm nervous because it's people. But once I'm by myself and I get comfortable, y'all, like I'm just gonna post videos like every day. Like I don't care what I look like. No, I'm not gonna say I don't care what I look like. I'm gonna at least show up for myself. But if I don't look like completely like 100%, like just know this, we are on our healing journey. Like, you know, I love this because I'm finally accepting me. Like at one point in time, like I used to look at me and I used to be like, oh, why can't I be like the other girls? Then I realized like I should be asking a different question. Why can't I be more like me? And then once I realized, like I was like, oh shit, like I don't even know who me is. Like I'm so busy like always trying to like find myself and like, you know, help other people find themselves, because like I feel like the inner me was like always, the inner child basically was always having to worry about everybody else. So I stopped worrying about me. I stopped, you know, showing up. I stopped being there for other people because I couldn't even be there for myself. So don't allow yourself to get to that point. You feel me? Like I used to be up here giving advice, and then I realized that I wasn't even 100% where I needed to be. And I realized, like, cause like I started becoming more spiritual and doing things like that. And God was like basically saying like, don't judge people too harshly, because when it's my time to sentence you, think about how you want to be sentenced. You feel me? And that stuck with me, because it was just like, hold on. I'm not trying to like, deteriorate or nothing. I'm just trying to like, be a free spirit up there in heaven. You feel me? But yeah, like I want to get into the fact that we are going to be talking about weight loss on this channel, because before summer, y'all, before summer, I have to lose at least what? At least 20 pounds, because baby, we is fitting in these rompers. Like, can we talk about for the girls that like had really strict parents that wouldn't let them find their identity and do things like that and explore themselves, because they felt like their identity was too strong, like too grown, or doing things like that, so they would try to always tone them down, because they were too like out there, whatever case may be. Because normally I feel like I'm the long nails, I'm loud, uh, big earrings, always doing crazy hair. Like, my parents were not accepting of that. When I finally, like I said, got in this relationship, I found myself, because I started praying more. I didn't necessarily go to church, you don't need to go to church to have your own relationship with God. Like, I realized that. So I stopped punishing myself for that. But like, it feels good. Because like, I really quit school just to do YouTube. I remember watching American Idol, and this is so off topic, but I remember watching American Idol, and I would watch American Idol with my parents, and I'm trying to think about the good memories, because if I keep thinking about what's wrong with everything that's going on with me right now, I'm gonna cry, and I don't want to cry. So I'm gonna talk about the good memories, and this goes to why I want to do YouTube too. Like, I used to watch American Idol, and I used to realize, like, this is what I really want to do. I want to sing. I want to, I feel good when I'm singing, and I make other people feel good. So it's like, that's even better, And we used to watch these shows, and they would get their golden ticket, and they would like go crazy, and I would just be so happy for them, and I would always celebrate. And I remember when I used to have my school shows and stuff like that, I used to go to my school shows, and I would always ask my music teacher. I used to be like, yo, like, let me get the audition for like this song, and I would sing for them. They would be like, yo, like, you sound so good. And I'm just like, what, me? Yeah, me. Like, this year I'm gonna stop downsizing myself, because I feel like I do that a lot, just to make the room not be as filled with me. And that's bad, because you don't want to walk into a room and you not feel your presence in that room. You want people to always know, like, yeah, that's not me, that's her, that's she. you know this year, like, I started realizing, like, I'm not a victim, you feel me? I'm a survivor. I feel like in the beginning of when I started this self-love journey, I had this victim spectrum mindset, and it was just like, I could only see it from, why is this happening to me, what's going on, why is bad things always just me. And then I realized, like, God is testing you, like, he is preparing you for something bigger. Y'all, like, this year I started seeing my dad. Now, people that know me, y'all know, like, my dad died when I was 3. So I started seeing his ghost. Like, I found out that I was about to have a boy, because I seen him in my dream, and he was holding my baby. Like, so like, that shit was cool. Then on top of that, like, it was another dream that I had, and he was just like, I miss you, tell Ma, like, I miss her, tell my brother, like, because mind you, okay, so this is what happened. In the dream, like, he had visited me. Mind you, he's older. He looks like himself, but just the older version of him. And he's talking to me. He's just like, yeah, like, tell Ma, like, I miss her. Mind you, my uncle brought him to see me as a surprise. So I don't know what that meant, but like, yeah. What else? I don't really want to talk about this, like the black and white version. I want to tell y'all the real version, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I know my family be watching me, and I don't want to hear like the feedback from that. But like, I'm gonna tell y'all the version, and I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all that version with names, but like I'm gonna cover their names up and change their names. Cause like that feels more comfortable for me, because then that way if I don't name nobody or give nobody actual names, that way nobody can come to me saying anything. Right? So stay tuned for part 2, because I'll be telling y'all about that tonight. The routine on what actually happened. Like, I'm talking about in full detail, like, because the shit that happened for me to switch from Jersey to Maryland, y'all, and honestly, I want to say that is one of the reasons why I rarely trust people, and it's hard for me to trust people or have friends and things like that, because like I feel like it all started with my mom. You feel me? Like, she's the reason why I can't have trusted, stable friendships, because in the beginning I felt like she was a friend, a trusted friend at that, and now it's kind of like, but she comes through. Now, it's different now. You feel me? I'm not gonna ever hold, what you did to me last year against you this year. You feel me? And I feel like that's why things don't go necessarily my way, because I don't hold grudges. And I hate that about me sometimes, because it's just like, because I don't hold grudges, I feel like that makes it easier for people to feel like they could play with me. And I want to say, like, don't think that. Don't ever think that. Like, what? It's me. I win. This is 2022, and it is currently, what time is it? Y'all know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's 6:43. It is currently 6:43. I'm hungry, y'all, so I'm gonna get something to eat, and I hope y'all like this. That's all. Come back. See, Princess wanted to lead into the outro too, but that wasn't really my outro. Like, I was just kidding. Like, seriously though, I hope y'all did like my tattoo. For part 2, I'm thinking like I should really like talk about what happened. Give them character names, but y'all gotta keep up. If I give these character names, y'all gotta keep up, because I don't want to slip up and say nobody's actual name. So yeah, stay tuned for that part 2. And I was thinking, like, because I know a lot of people like are into like spiritual things and stuff like that. Can y'all tell me in the comments, like, if any of y'all would be interested in like watching some of my readings and seeing how I do some of my work and stuff like that, because I have been very well known for like doing spiritual things and like helping people find certain answers and things like that. Just simply like, if you was wondering, like, simply if a check is coming through, like, if you want to know, like, yeah, I want some money. Like, then on top of that, like, my practice that I do is like hoodoo, so it's mixed with Christianity and spirituality, and I take most of what I need from the Bible, so it's nothing like demonic or anything like that. And sometimes I like explaining that to people, because it's just like I don't want them to think like what I do or what I'm into is demonic, because I grew up in like a Christian household where that wasn't even thought about. You feel me? You couldn't even participate in things of like that. So like, a lot of people say that tarot is a pimple. Like, I'm confused now, because hello, see, she gonna make me mad. I lost so much weight, but like, hear me out. So I lost a lot of weight, but what happened was I was doing it the safe way, y'all. So don't even think about that. I was doing it the safe way. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about, I'm actually doing an actual like separate video for that, like where I show y'all how to like, cause I'm telling y'all for this summer we're about to get right. Like, listen, I'm getting rid of these dark under eyes. Like, I found so many videos so that we can get rid of our under eyes. I want to do some makeup looks with y'all, like something really fun, extravagant. Try something new. I want to show y'all how I got this look. You feel me? I'm gonna actually go to the barber, so I might take y'all with me. I'm gonna go to the barber so I can get my hair cut, cause like I really need a haircut. Like, it's bad. And I want to take y'all to get me some.
Don't. Can I hold your thing? I'm going back tonight.
Okay. So basically, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff, and I don't know, like, I just want to get y'all like involved and like understanding who I really am, because like I don't just want to put myself out there. Y'all like, well, who is this girl? Like, so I understand, like, with YouTube you gotta really like kind of like, you don't gotta put everything out there, but you could put really what you want them to see. Like, and then on top of that, certain people don't know how to put certain things out there without putting everything out there. Like, if that's your choice though, that's your choice, you feel me? But yeah, and I found, y'all, we is getting right this summer. Like, I might even do workout videos with y'all, because when I tell y'all I didn't even have a jaw, I didn't even have a jawline. My double chin was existing. Oh, y'all, the trick for like your jawline, if you didn't know, gum. Okay, it keeps your jawline strong at all times. Like, even if like you just decide like you don't want to work out for a few days, like, yes, chew gum. Yes, chew gum. I feel like this is a weird angle for me to be sit. Is it not a weird angle? Like, I like this angle way better. I love this angle, like, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Like, I love this angle. I don't know, like, I really feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing, so let me get started, and I'm actually have to come back to y'all, because I don't like this like this. Like, I feel like I need to go to the barber, but y'all tell me in the comments below if y'all like the blonde on the, what is this? Black, brown, I don't know. But I think I was actually thinking about doing it the opposite. I was thinking about doing black hair and brown, like bronze, not like really a blonde, but like a bronze brow. Yeah. And then I started getting into freckles, so yeah. I really like freckles. Like, yeah, like, honestly, this is how I know for a fact that I'm actually autistic. Let me tell you why. I used to have a bubbly personality, right? Hear me out. I used to be the pretty tall, awkward girl, right? I can't like keep a conversation based on that same conversation for too long, because I'll get antsy. Like, I'll have to change the topic. Then on top of that, when I walk, I can't walk in a straight line. I could never do it. Like, it would always look like I was drunk walking, because like I couldn't stay in a straight line. Then on top of that, sometimes I would randomly get this list. I can't explain it, but I would randomly get this list where it's like my tongue was too big for my mouth and I could not really speak. So, or the fact that I could smell everything all at once. If my mom was having macaroni, cheese, baked beans, this, that, and the third, I would be able to decipher all smells because I could smell it all at once. And then on top of that, if like there's some dirty clothes in the area, I'll be able to smell it. Or say for example, like there's a sock in the drawer that's not supposed to be in the drawer. I'll smell it. So like I always live my life as if I was pregnant, even without being on birth control, things like that. Like I don't know, like it makes sense. Like the diagnosis makes sense. I'm still having trouble like processing, but like it makes sense. I don't know, like do y'all feel like this can be feminine? Like cause like I just need y'all in the comments to like, you know, like right now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like I could use a little confidence boost. Can we talk about normalizing that, like our friends doing it? Just, you know, can we talk about like being that person for other people? Like it's okay to like hype somebody up when they're not like feeling, you know, good and stuff like that about themselves, like not the best, you know. I don't care what I felt before though. Like before I got like the diet, I'm not gonna lie, I was not having it. Like I was like, I don't like the look. You're not gonna catch me walking outside with it. But now I'm low-key obsessed, and the sun is going down. I like my face. Oh, and I've been losing so much weight. I know this is off topic. Like I could tell that I lost a lot of weight. Excuse me, cause I got my butt chin back. I just got my butt chin back. I'm doing big things. I don't care. I am doing big things. I know I'm so like random and like I'm like this in real life. Like so if you or you know anybody's like similar to me, send them my way because I'm very much open to like new open-minded friends. And like yes, once we get comfortable here it gets weirder. It gets weirder, babe, and you're gonna love it here because like I'm a Bratz fan, so like who doesn't love like makeovers? And I was actually thinking about something. Like I know I said goodbye like 20 minutes ago, but like I have so much to tell y'all, and like I want to tell y'all all in one video, but like I can't. Like that's why I want to do these rants video because I feel like y'all are gonna like it. Like it's me talking about a million things at once, so like your mind is never able to focus, and if you're high you're probably gonna be listening to this shit like what the fuck is she talking about? And I love that because why not? Why not? I don't know. This isn't necessarily the ideal, you know, place that I wanted to come because originally, right? And I know this is off topic again. Like, can we're gonna do a countdown for how many times I got off topic. I'm gonna watch this video back and I'm gonna tell y'all at the end of this video how many times I got off topic. Then on top of that, when I told my mom like I might have it, like autism, she was like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know whether to feel disrespected or whether to feel like you knew all along and you could have got me help. So I'm 21 and I've been undiagnosed since 21. Great talk. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like this was a long rant about nothing. I hope y'all like it. Anywho, so I'm gonna give you like 5 short seconds to find the sub button. Give me 5 short seconds. And I'm gonna give you another 5 short seconds to like the video. Because if you stayed this long, you might as well like it. And subscribe because I know you want to come back for more weirdness. And I don't know, I feel like I'm weird, but other people tell me that I'm normal. So it's just like, it's so weird when my whole life I've been taught, like growing up, and then it's just like, you're weird as fuck, you're quirky. And like, people find you weird but amusing. So it's just like, they want to tune in. Exactly, so tune in and subscribe. Like, why not? I don't know, like I was thinking about doing a smoke test with y'all, but like at the same time, like I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.